Hey guys, has this lockdown made you lose track of your fitness goals? Are you starting your resolution for 2021 and you want to lose weight but need some help? Introducing my affordable workout plans for men and women. With packages starting at $5, this offer can't be beat. Go to radicallatino.com to find out more. Hey guys, do you have a product you want more eyes on? Advertise with the Radical Latino Show with over 10K podcast downloads and the number 25 spot on the 55 All Latin podcast list. You'll want your product heard on everyone's phones and cars. Go to radicallatino.com/contacts and start advertising today.
Playing the Radical Latino Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands in the air for New York's very own.
Latino is taking you to another level.
I think there's more radicals than Steve-O. Radical Latino, you're buffing it. The radical point of views, I think his views are actually more dangerous.
Hear that? It's like the pulse in the street. A hole in the chest.
Yo! Welcome back to another episode of the Radical Latino Show, my people. It's your host, the Radical Latino, aka number 17 on all Latin podcasts, aka number 24 on all Bronx influencer YouTube and podcasts. Also, aka Mr. Unsuable for 43 weeks running. What's going on? I hope everybody is having a great week. Everybody's enjoying the fact that the majority of the country is already opening up and we are no longer having mask restrictions. Shout out to y'all. By the way, I've been walking around here raw dogging the air literally since the start of last week. So shout out to me. I have been going to places with no mask, no nothing. People are totally fine with it. You know, we just don't know when to go in and actually use our mask or whatever the case is. But it's been refreshing and it's been a weird experience, to say the least. You know what I mean? We don't know what places not to wear no mask, what places do to wear mask. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little weird, but everything is coming to normal. So definitely gotta give ourselves a huge round of applause. We survived this pandemic and all of that. Now, a couple of updates I want to give y'all. Shirts, the merch store is still on hold. I'm still working. I got a lot on my plate. I'm still working on what I need to be working on. So just stay tuned to my Instagram, radical_Latino_. Stay tuned to that because I will be announcing it when the merch store is active. If you guys go to my website and click on the link on the whole merch thing, that's the old link. Do not use it. Is a messed up link. Basically, it'll take you to the store, but you won't be able to purchase anything. So you just got to give me some time. The shirts are coming. Now, there are videos that I'm be producing on my YouTube channel that I'm still editing right now, by the way. So definitely be patient. Look out for that. More interviews on the way are coming soon. Right now, I'm interviewing the live interview or the face-to-face interview I had with Truth and Tina. So, you know, definitely look out and stay tuned for that. Now, did anybody see the Rancho live stream he had on Fighters Live? I don't know if anybody's seen it. I definitely did not see it, but I saw clips of it. I was sent a majority small part of like some highlights, you know, like a good 15 minutes of highlights and stuff like that somebody recorded it, spliced up together, and pretty much it was the interesting parts. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit there watch 6, 7, 10 hour live streams. Get out of here with that. So Very interesting things. There was two people that basically challenged his BS beliefs, and he got caught out there. I want to give a shout out to Lord. And was it Lord or Roy Chess? I don't know. I get confused. They kind of have the same voice. One of them, caught them out there with his ideology, and he had to dance around it. And there was another woman, shout out to her, she caught him out there while she was in labor. So that's insane. Shout out to her, because they caught Ranchos in his bullshit. And the only thing that I did was I went on that stream and only commented one time. That's all I did. I commented one time, and I said that this whole stream basically proves everything I said in my video correct. That's all it did. It proved, if that was his attempt, if that was Rancho's attempt to clear his name, well, buddy, you did a horrible job. A horrible, horrible job. Jesus Christ. Dude, what happened? Did you forget why you're doing it? You know what I'm saying? I understand you wanted to go at truth and really, troll why he did what he did, but homie, first of all, fighter, what kind of interviewer are you? You have to challenge some people's beliefs. You got to interview them, say, hey, Radical said this. Well, Truth said this. You know what I'm saying? So you could keep it going. It felt like you guys were just winging it, and you guys had no game plan. Again, if this was an attempt to clear his name, that was shitty job. That's all I'm saying. Shitty ass job. That stream basically proved everything I said in that video to be right. You know what I mean? Everything. On his character, on his racism, everything. And his ideology. Literally proved everything right. If y'all don't even want to see my video, go watch that stream. Trust me, everything right. Proved everything right. And one thing I will say about Fighter, I have no issues with them whatsoever. I have no personal issues with Fighter whatsoever. The only thing is, I made a stance. Fighter, you don't like it, that's on you. You supposed to have tough skin, then show what you have tough skin in. Talking about I lost respect, okay, that's cool, whatever. It is what it is. I made a stance, and my stance is, if you associate with racists, then you don't associate with me, regardless if you guys want to be neutral or this or that, whatever. You know my stance, and I made it very clear. So don't get mad at me, because I have a moral compass. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's all I'm saying. No, don't take issue with me. Don't take issue with, you know what I'm saying? Don't take issue with me. I just made a stance, and I'm standing on that stance. No hands, hands down. That's it, regardless of what people think, and that's basically what I gotta start doing. I gotta start, staying on code a little bit more. And some people don't like the fact that we stay on code, and that's part of, empowerment, staying on code, and especially for men. When men say something, we have to stand by what we say. We can't just be going off the cuff, saying something and then breaking our promise that we said something. No, we gotta stand by what we say. So if we say this is gonna happen if you do X, Y, and Z, best believe no matter what it is, you have to stand by what you just said. That's gonna happen if X, Y, and Z was done. I have to. That's my stance. Love it or hate it, I don't care. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Now, I'm gonna read some of the comments for episode 145. This is episode 146. If you want your episodes read down on this episode, go down to the comment section, write in your comment for this episode, and I will read it next week. Now, I understand that this episode right here, the title of it is gonna grab you. I get it. And there was a lot of people not understanding or not knowing what I said or why I said it. And people were making accusations and people were making little things and putting out there, oh, he must be talking about these people. He must. No. I'm making myself very clear who the hell I'm talking about. This is not about Afro-Latinos. This is nothing about Euro-Latino. Nothing about that. If you are part of the Hispano-Tep crowd, if you are part of the crowd that looks at black folks as a whole and complain about them, you know what I'm saying? Then leave them the hell alone. And black folks should leave those type of Hispanics alone. Why? Because those are the ones that's giving us a bad name. You know what I'm saying? Those are the ones giving us a bad name, and we don't need those type of people around us. You feel me? We don't need those type of people around us. Black folks already got their allies. You know, people like me and so on and so forth. Other ones, no, they gotta prove. So that's who I was talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's who I was talking about. So let's just read the comments. Gotta Be Deaf said, LOL man, AAs are the only reason people notice the ICE human trafficking. No Latino was paying attention. Look how they voted for Trump. Some truth to that. You're absolutely right. It was African American. It was Black Americans that you know made noise, and everybody else follows, which usually is always the case. Black Americans make noise, and then people follow. The thing is, we don't have that type of energy. We don't have that type of stance. And what we got to start doing is having that type of energy and having that type of stance. You know what I'm saying? Pioneer says, I use the term Michino. Okay. Because that's how the word Mexico is actually pronounced. In order to solve a problem, you must seek to accept the truth. Part of the truth is calling things what they actually are and not mispronouncing words and habits and traits. Okay. All right. Shout out to the Pioneer. Okay. I agree with that. Johnny Mail says, Radical Latino, I'll be cool with Latinos who do not have the anti-blackness mindset. That's the ones I'll be rocking with. 100% true. And that's how everybody should be rocking. You know what I mean? Latino or not, if the person that you're rocking with is part of a group that you're an ally of and they don't rock with you, then obviously they're not the representative of that group. Let that group, you know, check them and pull their coat. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, absolutely right. Jay Lopez says, are you talking about black Latinos? No, I'm not talking about black Latinos, and this is what I was talking about. You know, Popular Loner says, this is something black people should have been doing. This is sad. It has to be spelled out. Yeah, no, but the thing is, when it comes to allyship and fighting white supremacy, especially Black Americans, they think that, because we also go through the same thing, we see the world like they see it. Unfortunately, there's a lot of Latin coons out here that don't. Unfortunately, there's a lot of Latin coons out here that think just because they're in the presence of whiteness, they're good, which is not the case. You know what I'm saying? And those are the type of people that should be getting checked on the regular. The Public Image says, wow, you said it straight. You good people, Rad. Shout out to you. Carlos says, and he spelled this whole thing wrong. Listen, all I'm gonna say is, Carlos, you are the type of Hispano-Tep that don't want to give props to Black Americans, regardless of what the history was or what Mexico did and how they spelled it out and all this other bullshit. Mexicans ain't living that, okay? Mexicans ain't living the fight that your ancestors, since you're Mexican, your ancestors did to help out Black Americans. You're not living that. You're not challenging your ancestors. You're not showing them or proving what you're doing. What you do online is you like to talk a lot of shit and have anti-Black rhetoric. But you know why I haven't blocked you yet? It's because I like people like you around. So people like you, because you're one of these passive racist trolls. You say what you say, but that's about it. You don't go beyond that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I leave you around, because you're a passive racist troll. You say what you say so people can see and pick apart the bullshit that you be saying. You know what I'm saying? And when people challenge you, you stumble, and it's easy to see. But Carlos, again, I don't care about nothing about what history had to show and what history had to say. The whole point is you're not living that. And on top of that, Mexicans didn't make it possible for Black Americans in the civil rights during the 60s. I don't care nothing about the 1800s, 1900s, 1920s, 1950s. No. The 60s, when Black militancy and liberation was all-time high, Mexicans were not a part of that in large numbers like you are giving me this history lesson. So let's cut the bullshit. Alright? Let's cut the bullshit. So if you really want to be real about it, do whatever you got to do. Say whatever you got to say to make yourself feel a little bit better. At the end of the day, you know what I'm talking about. Don't be one of these contrarian motherfuckers just to be contrarian. You know what I'm saying? So, come on, bro. And the last one is Pamela. She says, this is needed because the United States always need a lower class, and we as Latinos have become it. We keep our heads working till we die with no pushback, no fighting. So anyone who comes to in here telling me that we've come a long way when we still got idiots fighting Denise to stay Denise to stay gardeners and paintings is delusional. Also, where are we when it comes to marching for our own? Or we are throwing parties or drinking our beers, waiting for another weekend to come so we can all do it all over again. Then when we do get killed and finally get up and want to have the nerve to ask Black Americans where they at, fuck out of here. My bad if I butched it. But Pamela's 100% right. 100% right. You know, we're out here, you know, these Hispanotypes are out here worried about other bullshit that has nothing to do with what is affecting Latin people. Black Americans, really? That's what the hell's affecting us? Come on now. Stop your insecurity ass for 1 second. Jesus Christ. Black Americans is the reason why Latin people are in the... First of all, again, like I've always said, we should not be looking at another group, criticizing another group, or looking down at another group when our community is at the same place. We have literally no stance to be telling another group how to act and behave whatsoever. Latinos, we are in a fucked up position too. Unless you actually cleaned up a whole Blackened community, that's when you could come to us and go to Black Americans and tell them how to do it. Until then, shut up. Until then, shut up. If you haven't shown and proved, then don't say nothing. Leave it alone. Keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? But that is all the comments. If I haven't gotten to your comments, my bad. But write your comments down below, and I will read them for next week. You know what I'm saying? I will definitely read them for next week. Trust me, I always get to those comments, and sometimes I forget each episode, but whatever. Anyway, moving to our first topic. John McAfee died. Oh my God. Okay. All right. So for those who don't know who John McAfee is, he's the guy back in the early 90s, even early 2000s to be exact. He was the one with McAfee antivirus. He's the one that made it. He kind of really started projecting all these little weird scenarios that will happen to your computer. Oh my God, your computer! This is virus that's gonna cripple your computer and all this other stuff. You gotta get my software. You know what I mean? And that's how he became extremely rich, because of his his software, his antivirus software, right? Which is actually pretty good. But now, since the stages of technology has been moving forward, his company has become less relevant. But the motherfucker still got paper. You know what I mean? But anyway, a couple of years ago, he has been on the run from law enforcement because he refused to pay taxes for a few years. And he decided that he didn't want to pay his taxes because he didn't need to. So he went on the run, going from literally third world country to another third world country and all this other stuff with his porno or prostitute wife or whatever the case is. Anyway, he was a very, very weird and an interesting individual. He had a very weird way of looking at life and stuff like that. But anyway, he moved his money all over the place to the point where he started moving it with cryptocurrency, and it took a while for the IRS to seize that cryptocurrency wallet, but that's how he was moving his money around. But long story short, he was found dead in a Spanish prison. Now, a lot of conspiracy theorists are comparing this to the Epstein death, and trust me, they have no correlation whatsoever. So don't even start with that whole conspiracy thing. John McAfee did put out a couple of things out on Twitter talking about like the government is gonna kill me. If I die, then there's gonna be a fail safe or whatever the case is, and documents and exposing documents will be exposed if I die through a death switch. If I die, these documents will be exposed, and they don't want that. So that's why I'm putting it out here. He tattooed something about a death wish or something. I don't know. But anyway, John McAfee died, and the reason why I'm talking about it is because I find it very interesting. He was a billionaire, well, not billionaire, but millionaire, of the likes of Elon Musk, who would have probably got a good, he was facing 30 years, he probably would have got less, but he was facing 30 years of basically of tax evasion. And the thing is that again, he was a very eccentric individual. He would say certain things about cryptocurrency and people will actually believe it. And he said a couple of months ago that cryptocurrency will reach 500,000, and it hasn't even reached that. Even, talking actually went down. So it showed that he didn't really know too much about it, but he was in a lucky position where he was the over libertarian. He was the complete package when it comes to libertarianism. And I did find some of his early life and quotes, not quotes, but early life and early successes pretty interesting. So and I wasn't following him like that, but I kind of was always, here and there getting some information when it came to him. But yeah, John McAfee, he died. I to be honest with you, I don't know if he had a little white supremacist past or whatever the case is. To be honest, I have no idea. If y'all know anything about it, please let me know. You know what I'm saying? But I have no idea. But yeah, John McAfee died, and it was a very, very interesting, very mysterious circumstances. You know what I mean? But anyway, moving on to my next topic. Derek Chauvin sentenced to 22.5 years. Whoa! Oh my God! All right, so let's talk about this for 1 second. I got a lot of things to say about this. And some of you guys might not like it. I don't know, but I got a lot of things to say about this. Derek Chauvin, first of all, was found guilty. First of all, hold on, let me just say, Derek Chauvin was the officer that killed George Floyd and literally sparked a worldwide movement against white supremacy. It sparked a worldwide movement against white supremacy. And because of that, a lot of things happened. A lot of people got exposed. Basically, if you're not on one side, you better pick a side when it came to this shit. If you're not on one side, that means you're on the other side. There was no fence sitting with this bullshit. And that's exactly how it should be. And you had white supremacist Donald Trump basically saying, when they start looting, we start shooting type of BS, right? So it showed people's real colors, you know what I mean? This is the time when Andy went viral for his racist rant because he's a racist, lost his job, got so scared of black folks, he moved to a black country, and he's like lying, saying that it's all white, but whatever. So that's what it is, right? Okay. Now, I was completely surprised and taken back that homie got 22 years. Extremely surprised. I wanted 25 or more, but the max was 40 years, but they gave him 22. And this is why I'm gonna say they gave him 22. Because of us. We were the reason why he got 22 years. We were the reason why we burned out goddamn precincts. We burned down these convenient CVS, BS stores, the Walgreens and all that. We are the reason. We were the reason why we were on code and didn't let our foot off their necks. We are the reason why this man got 22 years. And what I'm saying is, God damn it, that's right. We have exhausted them so much that they said, damn, we're gonna have to do something because, homie, you started a whole revolution out here. You gotta remember that because of this, it went literally international. New York, Florida, Texas, California, Mississippi, Rhode Island, dude, all throughout, dude, it went global. In Europe, they started putting down statues and all. It went international. It went international. Yeah, they should have gave him more, but white supremacy, 22 years. Now, I think this is a good call. 22.5, yeah, this is a good call. First of all, 20 years alone is crazy long. Let's keep it real. 20 years just by itself is crazy long. So yes, to me, this is a good call. I'm seeing people online talking about, nah, they should have gave him more. What are you talking about? This is a good call. Yes, 22 years is a good call. They didn't Amber Geiger him. And I'm so happy that the Floyd family did not bend and say, oh, we forget we hug him. You know what I'm saying? They didn't do none of that. I'm so glad. He got 22 years. Now, this is the thing. And this is the thing I'm going to say. If the Tamir Rices, the Eric Garners, the Breonna Taylors, the so on and so forth, and all them other people, if these cops, if people, especially Obama, would have made a precedent, made a stance, this Derek Chauvin guy will have not felt comfortable killing an unarmed person. If these other individuals who were globally known, who lost their lives unjustly, and they would have made a precedent, Derek would not have been so blatant on video killing someone. He would not have been so comfortable to do so. If people have made, this is white supremacists' fault. This is what it is. These people want to maintain a system so much that they said, screw the law, screw everything. We're gonna do what we want to do. You feel me? If they would have made a president, he would not have felt so comfortable doing what he did. Let's be honest. He thought he was gonna get off. Let's be honest. We all thought he was gonna get off. How surprised was his face? Y'all can look it up online. How surprised was his face and our faces when they said guilty? We were like, oh shit, oh shit. Okay, all right, okay. They're probably gonna Amber Geiger him. All right, cool. They're probably gonna Amber Geiger him. Bunch of hugs here around and all this other stuff. He's probably gonna get 10, 22. Oh shit. Oh damn. Oh, yo, this is not even the best part. Check this out. Along with those 22 years, homie gotta pay $78 out of his prison books, right? On his books. So if you send him money, that shit's going straight to the court. $78. So that he has to pay $78 to go to jail. On top of that, he's lifetime not able to own a gun whatsoever, and is registered as a sex offender. Well, they said predator or whatever the case is, but he is registered as a predator. I have no idea why. I have no idea where that whole predator part comes from, but I found that extremely interesting. I was like, wait a minute. Homie has to register as a predator? Yikes. His life is done. His life is done. Over trying to maintain white supremacy, your life got... Dude, man, listen. They rang him through the ringer. Chauvin wanted to maintain white supremacy so bad. When it backfired, he's like, wait a minute. What's going on? Let's be honest. The people from the top was like, yo, we can't take it no more. Imagine if we let him go. What will happen? Now, we're going to give him the school 22. And also, you got to register as a predator, by the way. Here you go. Boom. You know what I'm saying? That's insane. So this is the reason why I'm saying, yeah, this is a good call. This is the reason why I'm saying, yeah. They did the right job and they gave the right call. This is the reason why I'm saying that. A predator? What? That's crazy. That's insane. Now, not only are you getting them cool 22 and you're not able to own a firearm in your life, but now you have to register as a wow. They wowed out, son. And guess what? I'm not mad at that. He wanted to maintain white supremacy so bad. Yeah, here you go, homie. Here you go, homie. You wanted to maintain that system. You thought you were helping your little white supremacist buddies along by maintaining that and taking someone's innocent life away because they were gonna protect you. That silent blue line won't get crossed. Yeah, well, guess what? Hold these cool 22. Hold this cool 22. And by the way, you gotta register as a predator. Here you go. That's crazy. That is crazy. And to be honest with you, I'm happy with this. Again, like I said, I'm happy with this. Because I bet you $100 he didn't learn his lesson. I guarantee you he didn't learn his lesson. You know why? Amber Geiger, just a little quick update. Amber Geiger is appealing her sentence and she is still maintaining her original statement that she made. So she didn't learn from this. All that hugging for what? She ain't learned from this shit. She could go fuck herself. Nah, get out of here. Get out. She should have got 22 years too. But this should be a precedence. This should not just be a one-off. One down, plenty more to go. This should not be a one-off. After Chauvin, the next person 25, the next person 28, the next person 31. You know what I'm saying? Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Make a precedence. And we shouldn't stop either. It could literally be for the smallest things. Oh, a policeman kicked you while you were down. Protest riot all over the place. Burn down precincts. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't stop. And by the way, let me just mention the riots real quick. By the way, burning down the local little CVS or Dwayne Reed, that ain't really doing much, to be honest with you. Them companies, they got insurance. They're good. They're good. That's not really doing much. Real change is hitting the government. Like the precincts. The precinct that burned, that was a statement. Those are the places y'all should be going. Courthouses. Those are the places y'all should be targeting. You know what I'm saying? If y'all really about that life and want to target. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm not telling y'all to do it. I'm just saying. If y'all really about the life, come on, let's use our head. You know what I mean? Let's use our heads. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, 22 years. Goddamn, 22 years. What y'all think? Let me know on the comments down below if you guys agree or disagree. Now, moving on to my next topic. NFIC member kills cop. Whoa, what happened? Okay. So, I believe this guy's name is Orenthal Wallace, I believe his name is. And he is part of the NFIC, not fucking around, coalition with Grandmaster Jay, the one who got arrested. Now, check this out. So apparently, a police officer, he's in front of his house in his car. Police officer approaches and says, "Hey, what's going on? Sit down, sit down, sit down. I want to talk to you. Just sit down, sit down, sit down. I want to talk to you." Homie is like, "Yo, what do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about?" The cop is not saying nothing. Homie gets scared and he runs. The cops try to get him. pulls out a gun, shoots the cop in the head. He was on the run. He was in Florida. This happened in Florida. He was on the run, and they caught him in Georgia. So you guys know the story, right? All right, that's the story. The gist of it, anyways. So, this is the thing. We gotta be honest. I'm gonna be 100% honest here. I don't see nothing wrong with what he said, what he did. He was scared for his life. Listen, don't get mad at me. He was scared for his life, so he did what he had to do. You guys show the precedence. If you guys are mad at me, officers show the precedence. When they're scared, they shoot. So, I'm saying he's scared, he shot, good shoot. That's what I'm saying. That's all. That's what I'm saying. I'm following y'all rules. He's scared, he shot, good shoot. That's all I'm saying, right? He didn't know what that officer was there doing, or he was gonna ambush him or anything. He didn't tell him what he was being stopped for or why they're bothering him for. They didn't tell him none of that. So yeah, homie's gonna take care of what he gotta take care of. You feel me? So I didn't see nothing wrong with that whatsoever. I didn't see nothing wrong with that. Now, they're focusing on the NFIC, black militia. And this is, oh man, this is the thing. With these whole black militias. You guys know that there's a thing called BIE, Black Identity Extremists, a fake made up term that makes anyone that identifies as black and holds these quote unquote Hotep ideology, because they already made it you know, a stigma, quote unquote Hotep ideologies. If you hold these, you're a black extremist who identifies as black. You're an extremist who identifies as black. You're a black identity extremist. So knowing your history, having pride for yourself and your people, you're an extremist on that, and you should be locked up. This is what they're saying. Okay, well, when you got legit white supremacists making goddamn plots to take over the goddamn Capitol, no, we just gotta focus on, alright. So the NFIC, right now, I'm seeing that this is being plastered all over the place. NFIC. Being plastered all over the place, and they're dragging that organization down into the ringer. And I'm like, hey, yo, what's the real game plan here? This is what I say about militias or whatever. You guys have to move in silence. Literally, you guys have to move in silence. Y'all know that y'all phones are being tapped regardless if you did anything wrong. Your phones are being tapped, monitored. Listen, my YouTube channel gets monitored every other day, okay? By weird goddamn accounts. Guess what? I can see that. I go to my algorithms, I can see what channels look at my stuff. Weird ass names like YouTube and NYPD and all these other crazy, you know, police task force. I see those channels. It's in my algorithms. You think I'm not big? And I'm small. I don't got a huge following. Some people see me and some people know me and stuff like that. I interact with people on my Instagram and all that. It's not that hard to reach out to me. But I even get monitored. You think people like this won't get? Come on now. Especially now that I showed my face. I'm not surprised if these people already knew what I looked like a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? I would not be surprised if these people already saw or know what I look like a long time ago. It's insane. It's insane. People gotta start moving in silence out here. You know what I'm saying? Gotta start moving in silence. That's the best key. That's the best way. That's the best key to do to actually doing so. You feel me? So let's try to practice that if y'all trying to be part of some militant group. I mean, but anyway, moving on to my last topic before I get to my main one. Puerto Rican couple killed in Chicago. Now, what happened? So apparently, I've been following this thing. First of all, it's been all over social media. Twitter buzzing with this thing, and I'm covering it now because I wanted some more information. There are some people out here with false narratives, false ways of looking at it, and all that, talking about they were targeted for being Puerto Rican. What? There's no evidence of that. There was literally no evidence of that. There was a Puerto Rican Day parade, and they had a flag like many others. Why were they just singled out? Come on now. Let's use our common sense. Other narratives. Well, this is what we get for trying to help black people. Stop. So everybody goes to that race narrative for some reason. Everybody, why even support Black Lives Matter? Really? Everybody goes to that race narrative. Just chill out. Chill out. So this is what I found out. Apparently it was a part of Chicago that was wild hood, right? And everybody is out. Gangsters and non-gangsters, right? This couple, first of all, I wanted to say it's a tragedy that what happened to this couple. A big tragedy. It shouldn't have happened. Whatsoever should not have happened. Now, let me just say that this couple did not get targeted whatsoever. Let's cut the BS. The thing is that this couple, this is what happened. I believe they were in like a parking lot or whatever the case is. They were driving slow. It was a minor hit of another vehicle, a minor little accident, like a little bump or whatever to another car. So the owner of the car got out, got hot and heavy, pulled the female out, shot her. You know what I'm saying? While the dude is attending his woman, because they're a couple, he got shot a couple of times in the back of the head, and that's it. Over a minor traffic. Are you serious? This has nothing to do with race. This has to do with the hood dumbass mentality. Motherfuckers get a gun, now they think they're fucking Jesus and shit. Now they think that they got the power to end life and put life in and all this other dumb. Come on now. I bet you that dude was practicing in the mirror before he went out. Talking about, make my day, punk. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. Come on now. The thing is that this has nothing to do with race. It's just that hood ass mentality. And that hood mentality literally it's beyond race, to be honest with you. Anybody can have that hood mentality. I've seen Latin people kill other people for $5. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. I've seen it. I grew up in the Bronx. Let's keep it real. I've seen Latin people have that dumbass hood mentality. I've seen black folks have that dumbass hood mentality. Fam, I've even seen cases of white people having that dumbass hood mentality. Let's keep it real. That hood mentality, it's not race specific. All right. So in this situation, they lost their life because a stupid dude, a stupid motherfucker wanted to be, you know, all brazen and shit, and actually, you know, let his thing ring out. You feel me? He wanted to show that he got the thing on him. You feel me? So now, first of all, they haven't released anything about no updates whatsoever. The only update is that the police know who they're looking for, and they're going to make an arrest very, very soon. Lori Lightfoot, I believe the mayor of Chicago, even said this was a brazen attack, it's a tragedy, and we're going to do everything in our power to get the people involved. Again, Lori Lightfoot is a black woman. Someone black. So let's stop blaming black folks for this bullshit, okay? Because Latin people, we're not better off. Okay, we got our hoods too. We got our tragedies too. Let's cut the bullshit, all right? The thing is, whenever some people see black people doing something to Latin people, oh shit, oh my god, this is the and they use this as an excuse to go after black people because they already got that inner racism into it. But people don't point out how Latin people do the same thing to black folks. There's certain Latin people that be bombing black people's houses. You know, there's certain Latin people that be getting arrested that be on the news for targeting black people. So let's keep it real. It goes both ways. Let's cut the bullshit. It goes both ways. All right. So anyway, there isn't any evidence. There isn't any updates so far of who did it and what it is, but all the information that we know so far, it was a minor traffic accident that happened and tragedy struck. You know, over some dumbass motherfuckers that's trying to probably show off for somebody. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what it is. I mean, that's basically what it is. So that's a tragedy, and you know, my condolences to the family and all that. And this happened during the Puerto Rican Day Parade, also Juneteenth, so it's insane. You know what I'm saying? But now to the main topic at hand, breaking down critical race theory. Oh my god. So I've been meaning to tackle this subject, to be honest. I've been meaning to do it. What is critical race theory? What is it? Well, if we actually look up critical race theory, pretty much gives us a pretty, spot on, straightforward definition. Critical race theory is an academic movement of civil rights scholars and activists in the United States who seek to critically examine U.S. laws as it interacts with issues of race in the U.S. to challenge mainstream American liberal approaches to racial justice. That's basically what it is. It's to examine it and have a conversation. Now, this is my issue with it, okay? This is my issue with it. It's another way to not call it white supremacy. That's basically what it is. It's white supremacy, and let's call it what it is. For some reason, people who want to talk about white supremacy, and it's usually white folks, they always have to sugarcoat it and rebrand it into other little things. No, it's not white supremacy. It's critical race theory. It's not white supremacy. It's jam culture. You know what I'm saying? So they have to sprinkle it and rename it other things in order not to call it, let's just call it what it is. It's white supremacy. The thing is, we didn't come up with that term. White supremacists did. In the very installation of this country, white supremacists even put it down as law that these laws are to be governed and obeyed to white men for the supremacy of white men. So come on, it's in the law, so let's cut the bullshit. And the thing is, what's the theory about it? What is the... I'm going damn near 146 episodes so far. talking about one thing and one thing only, and I'm telling you, I'm not running out of material. Since the very inception of my podcast till now, the one thing I've always been talking about is white supremacy. And I have not stopped talking about it for 146 episodes going onward. I will not stop talking about it. Why? Because I keep on proving that white supremacy is a real thing. I keep on proving that this is something that affects us. I keep on proving that it's immeasurable and that it's something that you could point to. And usually in science, when it's measured, calculated, and seen, it's fact. So, if white supremacy isn't real, then it shouldn't be seen, measured, and observed if it's not real. Last time I checked, I can't see God measure it. I can't measure his height. I can't see him, nor can I point to anything he did. So, yeah, fill in the blank on that one. You know, but white supremacy, it's something that you can see, measure, and observe. So it's definitely real. This is just a trick bag. Critical race theory is just a trick bag. There's no such thing as a theory of white supremacy. It's something that affects us all in 9 areas of activity, and there's no theory about it. It is measured, proven, and looked at. Literally, there's no theory about it. Theory is something that you can think about and you can discuss. But a fact, no, you can basically see, this is a theory. This is a theory. Well, we have 3 roots, and those are the roots that make us us, makes Hispanics us. You know, we have the mestizaje, you know, we have Cristo Rex. That's a theory. White supremacy is not a theory. It's actually proven in 9 areas of activity: economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. Pick which one out of those 9 and you could point and see white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? In entertainment, I'm just picking one right now. In entertainment, how is white supremacy? Pick which entertainment: radio, movie, TV, whichever. You will definitely see a depiction of black folks in a negative light. For the most part, you always see that. Let's look at law. Are there not no white supremacist? Stop and frisk is a white supremacist law. There was plenty of laws that detrimented blacks and helped out whites. That's basically what white supremacy is. It's helping white folks out. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what it is. Education. Did we not get miseducated in public schools and even in private schools? We're not taught our history. We're not taught who we are. And if we go in there with a certain mindset or even a certain haircut, it's called and looked at as ghetto, as not right, as something that should be like, you know, how many black folks they go in with dreadlocks and braids, they get their shit cut off. Come on. They see those type of hairstyles as savage. Oh my god, it's savage. You feel me? Let's stop. These are, and I just picked them randomly. These are examples of white supremacy. This is not a theory. These are examples of white supremacy. And shout out to Nelly Fuller. 9 areas of activity between people that affects us systematically and that is called white supremacy. That's not a theory. At this point, it's fact. At this point, it's fact. If you guys disagree, y'all just cooning. It is what it is. Y'all dead ass just cooning. Now, there's a couple of people that I've seen have debates on this whole thing, and they even said, well, critical race theory is actually proving, not proving, but is actually gonna make white folks feel bad. I don't care. I could care less about that. The thing is, white people don't want to hold accountability for the bullshit that they benefit from. And this is all white people. Let's keep it real. I'm not saying all white people are white supremacists. What I'm saying is all white people don't want to point out the systematic benefits that they get. All white people do. So whenever you whenever you remind them of the system of white supremacy that actually helps them, because that's what it is. That's what white supremacy is. It's actually a system designed to help them out because they're inefficient without it. So whenever you point that out, oh no, you're making me feel bad. Oh, reverse racism. What? No. No. The problem with this country, is it's quicker to point at somebody, call them a racist, and leave it alone, and they get shamed for it, right? But for some reason, it never gets talked about. There needs to be a conversation that is talked about racism in those communities. Not in ours. Some, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes we do need it in ours. There be some coons out here. But in the white community, a lot of times white people ignore it. They know it's there, but they ignore it. Because it's a lot easier to ignore something than to actually accept it, embrace it, and say, God damn, I'm part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot easier to ignore it than to say, well, I didn't really get this job because I actually studied. I got this job because of my whiteness. And it's been proven time and time again that people get benefits due to race. This is not me. This is what happens, okay? I didn't just pull this out of my ass. This is exactly what happens, okay? So we have to not even see critical race theory as something that, oh my God, do we have, no, listen, it needs to, white supremacy needs to be, we need to reject the CRT bullshit and call it for what it is. It's white supremacy. That's what we need to call it. We need to call it white supremacy. And when we call it as such, that's when we'll start moving and people start seeing us as people like, oh shit, they're really out there talking that good shit. You know what I'm saying? People is gonna actually start listening. And white supremacy definitely needs to be taught in schools. 100%. 100%. You know why? Because by the age of 5, kids already know the labels and intricacies of racism. If you guys don't believe me, just watch the infamous doll test. The one that was done around, I think, the 60s, even the modern one that was done around the 90s or 2000s or something like that. Watch the doll test. Watch the doll test. The thing is, our people, we're oblivious when it comes to racism. By the age of fucking 21, We don't know nothing until we start learning little by little. We're too hard-headed. White folks know that they're positioned by the age of 11. White folks know the good position and the benefits that they get by the age of 11. We're the ones that say, oh, we could all be good. No, we can't. No. By the age of 11, these kids already know the position that they're in. They choose to obey that position or not. It's up to them. And there are some white allies that we definitely do need. There are some white allies that we definitely should have around. Shout out to them. Shout out to those white allies. Those are the ones that need to be, pulling their people's and their community's coat and checking them. You know what I'm saying? But critical race theory is something that we definitely do need to discuss in schools. Because by the age, like I said, on 5, 6, 7, and 8, they know exactly what racism is. They just don't know how to talk about it. They don't know how to articulate it. Look at the doll test. You'll see little black kids pointing at black dolls that, which one is ugly? The black doll. Which one is a criminal? The black doll. Which one is the one that you don't want to be? The black doll. And then they go, which one are you? And that's when you see the light bulb clicking. You should see these videos. You'll see the light bulb click in their head like, oh shit. This whole time I was pointing at myself. Why was I pointing at myself? Media is extremely powerful to the mind. It shapes us when we're kids. We have to be real. That's the reason why certain cigarette ads were placed on a lower level of advertising to attract kids early. Loud colors, big fonts. It's not coincidental. There's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason for that. So definitely white supremacy should be taught. The reason why, and first of all, there was a viral video that went out of a black dude talking about, nothing stop me. I got 2 degrees. I'm a doctor. White folks didn't stop me. Guess what? That dude is actually Candace Owens' brother. Did y'all know that? That coon is part of a coon family. Did y'all know that? Talking about, I got 2. People actually went and looked for. He has no 2 degrees. He's bullshitting. There's no goddamn 2 degrees. I think that he was paid to say some bullshit like that. That's what I think. He was paid to say some bullshit like that. Because Candace Owens would have been found out a long time. Wait a minute, you don't even go to this community. What the hell are you doing here? You know what I mean? He got paid to say some bullshit like that. Let's cut the shit. Let's cut the shit. There's been plenty of studies. There's not a theory, but there's been plenty of studies that found black college graduates don't get jobs that white high school dropouts get. Let's cut the bullshit. We have to stop and actually look for what it is. Look at it for what it is. Critical race theory is basically white supremacy in a little nice written word bow. You know what I'm saying? They use that word so they won't have to feel bad about it. Oh man, I don't want to say white supremacy. You know why a lot of people don't like the word white supremacy, like Rancho? Because he's a white supremacist. You know why? Because it's extremely accusatory. It gets straight to the point. It doesn't leave room for bullshit. That's the reason why I like using it. And that's the reason why I use it all the time. It gets straight to the point. It gets straight to the goddamn point. It doesn't leave room for bullshit. You could call it whatever you guys want to call it, jam culture, the Anglos, and all this other white supremacy. It's still the same thing. Masonic Masons, the forbidden spoken ones, and all these other stuff. The three skulls and Illuminati. That's all white supremacists. That's all it is. You just got different names for white supremacists. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, I hope you guys liked the episode. Give it 5 stars on your favorite podcast app of choice. If you guys want to follow me, hit me up on Instagram and Twitter at the same name, radical_Latino_. Check out my website, radicallatino.com. And I'm going to leave you guys with 2 quotes. I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees. And if black and brown unity doesn't happen in my lifetime, I might not change the world, but I might inspire the mind that will. With that being said, I'm going to catch y'all later. Peace.